guys, Tolo here, and welcome back to another video that is gonna be a little bit different from the usual PvP that I'm doing on this channel. This time around I want to talk about the achievement, Got My Mind on My Money, and as you guys just saw, I just a minute ago I got the 100,000 gold achievement, and I'm now gonna be working towards the 200,000. Or it's not like I'm gonna be working for it, but it's probably gonna come along the way, and that is, I guess, how you should treat this kind of achievement. But of course, throughout time, I've been looking what is the most useful, the best way to get this achievement, and yeah, it's been changing a lot ever since Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, and now Mist of Pandaria. And so far in Mist of Pandaria, what I found the most useful is actually to go around, stealth around and pickpocket mobs. It's not the pickpocketing itself that is giving them that much gold, but as you saw in the clip before, it's actually the chest. And yes guys, there's a DK right now here. Unfortunately, it's kind of funny. I was grinding this spot the other day and the day before, and that was nobody. But today there's apparently this DK. Let's hope he haven't cleared through most of the mobs. But anyways, what I've been doing is that I've basically been stealthing through this area here. If you follow my mouse, through this area and up here. That's kind of where I've been stealthing, and then I've been pickpocketing the mobs and taking basically all the money and all the chests they got, basically all they are carrying around. And it's not the money itself that gives me that much money, because really it only gives you between 15 silver, 12 silver, sometimes 30, sometimes 60, sometimes 1 gold, and that's not really that big money. You could get that easily by grinding one spot and killing mobs, no problem. But what gives you the money is the chest. As you guys just saw before in the clip, I was opening chests, and those chests gave me anywhere between 2 gold and 20 gold, 24 gold. And I've even heard some of them could give you like 40 gold. This is something I'm sure, and I know that a lot of rogues have been doing throughout Mist of Pandaria, but Blizzard have been keeping a close eye to it. That they've actually been nerfing it quite a lot. There's been quite a few very, very good spots throughout Mist of Pandaria, which I didn't know of until recently when I actually was sitting down doing this research here. But there has been a few spots, but right now I feel like this spot is very good. There might still be a few other spots that is still very good, but yeah, this one is effective and very easy to do. Let me talk about some of the other spots. You can actually grind this gold. Of course, you can grind it anywhere you want, but certain places are just better. And you don't even need to be a rogue. I mean, you can just kill mobs. The best way used to be hardcore raiding back in the old days, you know. Yeah. But there's been a few spots. One of the spots, probably the best spot, was right here. Right here, there used to be a spot where the mobs would constantly run beside you. They would constantly be spawning mobs all the time, and you could stand in one spot and just hit the macro like all the time, and you could get over 1,000 gold looted every single hour. Now imagine looting 1,000 gold every single hour. It would only take you 100 hours to get 100,000 K gold achievement. That wouldn't be very hard now, would it? Which is probably why they did nerf this spot here. There also used to be another spot out here on the island. There used to be all kind of small mobs, but they also nerfed that spot. Oh, and look at that, there's been another blood DK. What is it with the blood DKs grinding this place here? I guess some of them are questing too. This one might be questing, the other one wasn't. It's kind of funny, right the moment when I want to make this video, there's actually somebody here. That wasn't the case earlier today and last night and etc. But yeah, that spot has been nerfed as well, the one out on the island. There was also another spot. I think they nerfed that very, very quickly. That was like one of the first spots to be nerfed. That was right here in the Veil of the Eternal Blossom. You guys might remember when you wanted to start the Golden Lotus quest, right? just before you started doing all your daily Golden Lotus quests, you had to do a pre-quest. One of those quests where you had to go up to a cave, you had to plant some explosives, and you had to plant that outside a cave, and you had to be hiding from some mobs that kept spawning. You could actually pickpocket those mobs as well, but that spot was also nerfed for very good reasons. Now, I don't know how many spots there's left, but this one is certainly still pretty good. It is certainly useful because there's so many mobs. Oh, look at that. There's another guy. Or was that the same guy as earlier? Wow, amazing! Right now, it's funny. Of course, I am playing on one of the biggest European servers right now, and it is 9 p.m., which is pretty much prime time in Europe. A lot of people coming home from work, a lot of people been eating dinner, and they are most likely doing their daily quest or they are leveling up or something. Kind of funny how they all suddenly started appearing right when I wanted to make my video. So obviously with this spot, it's gonna pull you down. You're not gonna have you're not gonna be alone here, no. Especially not if you play on a high populated server as I do. But it's a pretty decent spot. It's a little bit RNG whether or not you're gonna get the chest or not. As you can see right now, I've only been getting like 4 chests, but I've also been getting some other grey items that I could actually sell to the vendor for gold. But that doesn't. But of course, that doesn't help you getting the got my mind on my money achievement. So how did you used to do this achievement back in the old days, you may ask? Well, back in Wrath of the Lich King, you could do old school raiding. You could go and do solo content, like Molten Core and etc. That would give you quite a lot of gold. You could do heroic content, and actually the best way was to do normal. You would have to do like solo content as much as possible, as much as your level allowed you to. It was probably the easiest for Blood DKs and Retribution Paladins back then. And then of course raiding, and especially hardcore raiding, was very very good. It gave you a lot of gold. And then of course in Cataclysm you would continue on doing hardcore raiding, and I believe like I can't even remember, Bastion of Twilight heroic mode, whenever you would kill bosses in there, it would give you like 100 gold each boss you killed. So obviously if you've been a hardcore raider and you've been raiding hardcore, and you've been raiding normal modes and all hardcore modes ever since, yeah, the achievement system first came out in the Burning Crusade, in very late Burning Crusade, chances are you might already have this achievement. But that used to be a very very good way, or the best way to get this achievement. And then in Cataclysm, it became even it became more possible for your character to be grinding old raid instances, and I'm sure a lot of you guys did that back in Cataclysm, went back and did old school raid content. And there was actually this guy, this warrior, he's playing on a German realm. He ended up doing so many old school raid instances. He did like Molten Core over 150 times. He did the Blackwing Lair like 100 times, and yeah, you basically all the old school raid instances, as many as he could. He did that back in Cataclysm, and he ended up looting over 700,000 gold. And of course you guys, but of course that is no longer possible, as Blizzard have been nerfing how you get gold. You cannot get as much gold by doing old school raiding content anymore. So that is obviously not possible, but this guy did loot about 700,000 gold just by doing that, doing the old school raid instances on a weekly basis. And that was in Cataclysm. Imagine what you can do now with Mist of Pandaria, and now you can even do it with more with more characters. So yeah, it would be crazy if you could go back and get so much gold with all of your characters, right? And this guy did it with a warrior. So that's why they probably nerfed it. So that of course made it a little bit harder. But of course Blizzard did also change the achievement. So the thing is, loot 200,000 gold achievement. Got my mind on my money. Back in the old days, you needed to do it on one character, and now you can actually do it on whatever character you want to. All gold you are looting will go directly to the character, which is pretty awesome. That means you don't have to stick and play only one character. So what is the best way now, guys? You may ask that. Well, I've been doing a little bit of research, and as far as I can find, as far as I figured out, of course you still want to do looking for raid like all the time, with as many characters as possible if you really want to. You want to do well, the best way is if you have a rogue, go around stealth pickpocket mobs all day long, just like I'm doing here. It is not the money you get from actually looting the mobs, it is the money you get from opening the chest. And yes, guys, the chest will actually loot gold, so that is going to be counting. That is the best way. But if you want alternative ways to do it in here in Mist of Pandaria, you still want to be raiding, you still want to be doing hardcore raiding. Hardcore raiding is where you get the most gold, I believe. Then of course you want to do normal mode, you get as much gold there as possible as well. You want to do looking for raid as often as possible with all of your characters. And the reason for that is you're gonna get a small bag every time you kill a boss. There is a chance that you might get a weapon, but you might also get a small bag. And within that small bag there is about 20 gold. And on top of that you also get gold from killing the boss. So that is that is a good way to get gold as well, and if you do it with as many characters as possible, it will certainly be counting up. Also, you can do 5-man normal dungeons, you know, heroic mode, so you can sign up for that. And you're gonna get gold as well from basically looting the bosses. I believe by looting the bosses you will get 10 gold every single boss you kill. And here's another thing, if you're a tank or if you're a healer, and very very rarely if you are a DPS, you will get the satchel, because I can't remember what it's called. You know the system, I think it's called to arms, I can't remember exactly, for the dungeon finder. Whenever there's a certain lack of a tank or a healer, you will be granted a satchel, and within that satchel there usually is also gold. I can't remember exactly how much, but that is also going to give you more gold, so this is certainly another way to get the achievement. Got my mind on my money. Doing all the old school raids is, well, you could do it, but it's certainly not worth it. And I guess going around pickpocketing is right now the best way to get this achievement. And at least that is from my experience. Even though they did nerf a lot of the spots where you barely had to do anything, I still find this spot that I'm doing right here very very good. Except when, of course, it's prime time, everybody is doing their daily quest and basically killing the mobs that I want to pickpocket. So basically what you want to do is you want to go up here, you want to pickpocket as many mobs as possible, and then you want to... Oh, no pockets to pick, okay. So yeah, let's there's still mobs in this area that you can pickpocket. Keep in mind, it's gonna take about 10 minutes before the mobs inside the pockets inside these mobs are gonna be respawning. But the time it's gonna take you to do the circle, start from here, go up here. Maybe you gotta take this little spot here as well, or maybe there's a few other places here you can do, if you really want to. But the time it takes you to stealth all around and pickpocket all the mobs, you can actually fly back over here and pickpocket those mobs as well. So you're gonna get a lot of junk boxes. I don't know how much I've been stealthing here, but you could get a lot of boxes, and you're also gonna get a lot of gray items. Of course, all the gray items I have right here comes from I don't know how long I've been doing this, but it comes from another session and not just what I got and recorded in this video. Let's go ahead and mount up and see what we get out of it. So I'm gonna mount up, travel Tundra, and I'm gonna sell. Right now I got 4,609 gold, and I'm gonna sell it. and it's gonna be 4,872 gold. So that actually gave me quite a bit of gold as well. And if you're just interested in money, well, this is certainly also a good way. Okay, so let's go ahead and open these boxes. Here's a few things I also want to mention. If you want to be stealthing around, if you're a rogue, you probably already know about this. But in case you don't play a rogue on a regular basis, and you're just gonna make a rogue for this purpose, here's a few things you might want to consider. There might be a few things I even forgot, but hey, you want to take the talent called Night Stalker, which is gonna allow you to move faster when you're stealthed, which is really good to have. Another thing is you want to have two glyphs. One of them is very good. That is the glyph of pickpocket, which increased the range of your pickpocket ability by 5 yards. That is certainly very good. Another glyph you want to have is picklock. Of course, I don't have that because I'm an idiot. But that is another glyph you can have, which basically is going to reduce the cast time of your picklock by 100%. So right now I'm going to go ahead and open all of these chests here. You can actually make a macro if you want to. But what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to click the picklock and open one chest at a time. It's going to take about 5 seconds, and I'm sure if I'm going to use that glyph, it would only take 2.5 seconds. You could easily make a macro that is gonna open the boxes here just by one click. Let me see if I can make that quickly. Yeah. Okay. So what do you want to call it? Picklock, right? So cast picklock, right? Cast picklock, and then use the chest, which is called the wine cracked junk box. Now here's the question: is it gonna work? I don't think so, actually. It doesn't seem to be working. And that is, of course, because some of them are gonna be, it's probably not gonna be working then. Which is kind of failed. That would have been a useful macro. I don't know if there's any rogue experts out there. Yeah, if there's any rogue experts out there, guys, then you might know why it's not working. Basically, the macro I tried making was to make the macro open the box, but then of course the macro doesn't know the difference between a box that is currently locked and a box that is currently opened. But who knows? Maybe there might be a macro for that. Rogue experts might know about this. So, anyways, as you guys see, it takes about 5 seconds to open, so it's not a long time, but you could certainly reduce that if you have the proper glyph for it. So now that I've opened all of these chests, and all of these chests, it is about 10 chests, but then again, it might be a little bit RNG. Sometimes you can get a lot of chests, sometimes you don't get any at all, but most of the time you do get as a good amount of chests, just like I just did here, about 10 of them. Let's go ahead and open them. Right now I have 4,872 gold. I've been looting 100,210 gold. So let's go ahead and open. And there we go, another health potion and another health potion. The chances are you might also get a green item. You might even get an epic items within this. So there's you could make some good money as well. There's like 3 different epic items you could get within these chests. But anyways, there we go, guys. I just got, well, about 140 gold, something like that. And it didn't really take me long to stealth around here. And on top of that, I also sold some grey items. I could sell these health potions on the auction house. And I've also been just getting general gold by looting them up. So there you go. I even was slowed down a little bit because people have been killing the mobs that was supposed to respawn right in front of me. Let's go ahead and see if the DK is still here. But anyways, that was a little bit of backstory on how you used to work on Got My Mind on My Money, what used to be the best way, and of course what is right now the best, one of the best way. And see, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Yeah, this is what I wanted to show you guys in the beginning. These mobs wasn't here in the beginning because somebody killed them in front of me. That was a DK. And of course this makes it a little bit easier. And there you go. That was like 1 grey item, selling for about 1 gold, 25 silver. And there's another grey item that is giving me about 2 gold and 50 silver. And there's different macros you want to use for this. You can of course just use it without a macro, sure, no problem. But using a macro might actually speed it up a little bit. And I have 2 macros for this. One of them is basically, yeah, just gonna target enemy and then cast pickpocket. The other one is gonna, it's like a mouse over that is gonna basically gonna be zapping and then it's gonna pickpocket. I'm gonna leave you guys with all the macros down in the information box below, so you can quickly copy paste. Right now I am using the mouse over pickpocket. That is what I found the most fun and most effectful, and yeah, very good. So as you guys can see, it makes the job a little bit easier now that the mobs are actually close and nearby. Got big guys on the Scorpion, and the good thing about this route is that everybody on the route can be pickpocketed. Sometimes you might get the bug that you don't have permission to loot that mob, then you just skip to the next one. It's not a big worry. But if you ever get the message that mob have no pickpocket or no pockets to pick, then it's either because the mobs doesn't work, or maybe Blizzard is gonna nerf this place in the future as well. But I don't think they're gonna be nerfing this place, as this place is a lot different compared to the other 3 places that Blizzard have been nerfing in the past. Right now, really don't have. Yep, there is the blood DK. Why are they here when I'm making my video? Oh well. So he probably killed all the mobs ahead of me, didn't he? Of course you want to use your sprint as much as possible, and if anything goes wrong you can just vanish, but that is basic rogue knowledge, certainly. I don't know, you probably want to be level 90 for this, but I'm sure if you're lower level you can you could do that too, but it's gonna be more effective. You're not gonna be spotted as easily if you are level 90. There's also certain items, certain grey items that is gonna give you like 5 gold each. So that's also, yeah, that's gives you pretty good money. It's basically just a good way to earn money, and not just for the Got My Mind on My Money achievement. But anyways, guys, I believe I rambled on for long enough, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you got any spots you wanna share, if you guys are out there, you might have a better way to get this achievement, share it with the community here. I would be glad to know and try something else, because having different spots to try out doesn't hurt, certainly. And this is one of these spots, and this is what I feel like. This is my experience. That is what some of the things I've been talking about I've been doing in the past. Not too much hardcore raiding, and honestly I didn't use I wasn't doing that many old school raids back in Cataclysm. I should have, but I didn't know they would nerf the achievement this hard, or make it nerf the amount of gold dropped from the old school raid bosses. But I certainly should have used it back then. I mean, just considering that one warrior guy who did get 700,000 gold. He actually made a YouTube video, and I'm gonna give you guys a link to his armory and his YouTube video, so you guys can check it out for yourself. It is certainly worth a watch. Anyways, guys, as I wanted to say like a minute ago, thank you for watching, and I believe I rambled on for long enough. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video anyways, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.